Okay. I read that your efforts took a different turn after 9/11. Can you tell us about this and what was it like before and after 9/11?
Well, I I was a pastor. I've been a missionary, and I think 9/11, like for many people, was a major turning point to think through my faith. And so I went through a process of becoming a peacemaker. But what you're so aware of is that 9/11 began an insidious process of causing huge conflict between Christians and Muslims. And too many people confuse terrorists with Muslims, as you know. Certainly, I believe that part of peacemaking as well, if I may, is that we need to be serious about all forms of extremism, especially violent extremism. Yeah. So whatever color, whatever faith, we should not be stereotyping. So I've been working hard at trying to break down those stereotypes. And I mean, I've lived in Indonesia, the world's largest Muslim nation. So I have a heart, and I've loved Muslims. I've known some wonderful Muslims. And since I've been a peacemaker, I've met many leaders like Oktar. That was fun seeing him at the UN. This is a long-term process of breaking down these stereotypes. And just as that shook the world, that shook my faith, and then the desire to work towards peace, and has been huge. One of the things that I've found since 9/11 is that, this happens in all faiths, is we tend to compare the best interpretation and practice of our faith with the worst interpretation and practice of the other's faith. You know, we're always our best against their worst. And the Torah, the Injil, and the Gospel command us to speak the truth, to not exaggerate, and to do unto others. So no one likes to have our religion put down by someone else. And so this has been part of the stirring and growth in my life, becoming pastor, missionary, now peacemaker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, according to Islam, there is no justification for killing innocent people, murdering innocent people. In fact, in Quran, Allah says in one verse, "I seek refuge in Allah from accursed Satan." If someone kills another person, an innocent person, as if he had murdered all mankind, Allah says. And if anyone gives life to another person, it is as if he had given life to all mankind. So there is no justification for killing innocent people, and there is no room for terrorism. Somebody is either terrorist or Muslim. There is no Muslim terrorism, no Muslim terrorist. There is no such thing. There is only some terrorists carrying Muslim identities, but that doesn't mean anything. In 9/11 attack, there were innocent Christians, innocent Muslims, and innocent Jews who were murdered in this attack. So there is no justification for that. And of course, education is very important. Right after the 9/11 attack, Mr. Adnan Oktar wrote his book, Islam Denounces Terrorism. So we have to educate these people. There is no, of course, they claim to act in the name of God. But Allah says in Quran, that kind of people exist. Allah says hypocrites. Hypocrites exist who swear to act in the name of God. And according to Quran, they tried to murder even the Prophet and the companions. But they swore to act in the name of God. So, of course, radicalism and extremism against Islam. We are well aware there's radicalism and extremism has emerged, not only between Muslims, among Christians and Jews also, but the only way to cure this problem is to educate these people, not killing these, murdering these people, but to educate these people.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Jerry, your comment, please?
Well, we have, as you said, the education is the main thing, and it's all across the board. And I think one thing to me that is really important, I know a lot of people that say, well, this is the only book I read. This is what I believe, this is the only book I read, this is the only thing I go by. To me, that is a major mistake. because it also says, not only in the Quran, but in the Bible, and so it says that that I have created as many tribes that you might come together. And there's a reason for that. It's because we all have something to teach one another, and so do the books of each faith. I have all of the books of faith here. I have one on this side of my desk over here. I have another one over here. And I do a lot of reading in all of the faiths. And one thing that if a person takes the time to do this, they will actually see the commonalities within them. If they don't take the time to do it, and they just go off of what they hear, a lot of times, just as Mr. Levitt said a while ago, you have a lot of people that will take this part of one and this part of the other, and they'll compare the upper and the lower, but everything in the middle is gone. And unless somebody's reading that for themselves, they don't see what's there. So I think one of the real important things is to also educate people, but to get people reading a lot more than just books of their faith, to get them to understand other faiths. And I think that will also help better understand your own faith.
Yeah.